Hey there, barbecue friends. Tonight we're gonna make a side. We're gonna make a smoked mac and cheese. You better stick around because this is bound to be delicious. So back in Oakland, there's a place called Homeroom. Yes, brings back memory, doesn't it? When you went to homeroom to study? No, but really, you got put in the corner because you were in detention. You're probably pretty bad. But the homeroom there in Oakland makes all specialty mac and cheeses, and it's excellent. So I grabbed this recipe from them, and one thing I'm gonna do different is we're gonna put it on the smoker. We're gonna elevate that mac and cheese. We're gonna elevate our game tonight. Everybody loves some mac and cheese. This mac and cheese will knock everybody's socks off. This mac and cheese is delicious. So the first thing we do here in the mac and cheese is make the mac sauce. Now this is the secret of the whole thing. So what we do is we take 3 cups of whole milk, and we're gonna start heating that up and get that warming. All right, the second thing we do, take a stick of butter, 1/2 cup, and we get that rolling. Actually, I'm gonna switch these here. We also have 1/2 cup of flour. Once this butter is heated up, we're gonna mix that up together. Let's get that going first. Now on the milk, we just want to get it warm, close to boiling, but not quite. Once our butter and our flour mixture is ready, then we'll add the milk to it. All right, our butter's just melted, so we're gonna add in the flour. Then we're gonna whisk constantly for about 3 minutes until it turns a nice golden brown. So we're gonna use the help of Google here. Google, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, and that's starting now.
Let's check our milk. Getting warm. I'm kind of doing this over medium heat. Probably pretty good. You don't want to get too hot here. Stop. All right, so our 3 minutes is up. You can see it's a nice golden brown here. So now what we do is we start adding in our warmed up milk, and about a cup at a time. You don't want to put it all in at once. We'll kind of eyeball it and mix that up. It's going to get pretty thick, and then it'll start thinning out. Kind of getting thick here. And that's getting hot. I'm going to put on a pad here. All right, put in another batch. All right, get that stirred up. Gonna thicken. Kind of feels like some mashed potatoes in a way. All right, a little bit more. Turns into a nice thick mixture. All right, we'll put our last milk in there. That mixed. All right, we got that mixed up, so we're gonna set it aside for just a second. Make sure we don't lose that. All right, turn our heat off. All right, right before we kind of finalize that, we're gonna get our water boiling for our noodles. All right, we'll get this water boiling. Once it's boiling, we're gonna do a 1/2 pound of elbow pasta. So now while that's coming to a boil, now we get this back on medium heat, and we're gonna stir this for about 3 minutes until it gets to be a nice consistent mixture. Google, set timer for 3 minutes. Well, so much for Google.
3.
There we go. All right, back on medium heat. Put our glove back on before this gets too hot. Stop. All right, we've got that done. We got a nice consistency here. Now we're gonna throw in 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. Just get that stirred in, turn off our heat. And our mac sauce is ready to go. All right, let's take a close-up of our mac sauce. Very good consistency. I think that's going to be real good. All right, our water's boiling, so we're going to put in a ½ pound of elbow noodles. And we're going to get those about 6 minutes. While our noodles are boiling, we're going to get our cheese grated. So we're going to go with some coastal English cheddar. Usually I like white cheddar the best, something like that. You can use any type of cheese you want. We're looking for 2 cups of grated cheese. Make sure you don't grate the plastic into the cheese, may not taste so good. I like doing this on aluminum foil, that way it's kind of easy to gather up when you're done, instead of just straight on the counter or chopping block. Okay, I'm guessing that's about 2 cups. Let's stir this boiling water here. One tip, you don't want to overdo it because we're going to put this out on the smoker for a little bit of time. And so while it's out on the smoker, it's going to be cooking, and it's going to be cooking these noodles, so you don't need to worry about putting them on too long here and then getting them overcooked when they're on the grill. Okay, let's give our cheese a taste. Pretty good. All right, let's see how close we've come to getting 2 cups of cheese here. From what I've seen experience-wise, you don't have to be exact on this. You might want like a little more cheese, you might like a little bit more mac sauce, etc. So I wouldn't sweat this too much. Just kind of get it close. We did a pretty good job there, so I think we'll just use all the rest of that, and we'll save this for a later date. All right, our time is up, so we're going to turn this off. All right, now let's drain our pasta. All right, we're looking good. So now the fun part. So now we're going to mix them all together. So the first thing we'll do is we'll take our cheese, get that in there. All right, there we go. Now that we had the pro tip, now we're just going to take the rest of this, just dump it right in off the foil. No waste. All right, now we're going to heat this up. Let's find the right burner. Start getting this mixed. We are putting it all together. So I've got this on a medium-high heat again. I'm just going to kind of get all this mixed together. Get all this melted together. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Our cheese is getting melted. All right, our cheese is good and melted. Let's put in the noodles. Come on, noodles. You know, it seems like to me, no matter how clean you try to be, you get noodles everywhere, you get cheese everywhere. Of course, I'm trying to do this with my left hand, and I'm a righty. All right, just get this stirred up. And I think we can go ahead and turn this heat off. I'm going to let these guys slide by. I think they got off from getting eaten. No way. And there's our mac and cheese. Honestly, you could take this right now, serve it up on a plate, eat her up. It's going to be delicious, but we're going to go take it to another level. All right, so we're going to get the Traeger fired up. We're going to get it on. We're going to heat it up to 375. Okay, get that set, get that ignited. Check our pellets. Good for this cook. Put the lid down. Let that heat up. We'll go back inside. All right, so at this step, actually when we put our mac and cheese together, what I wanted to mention is that's where you can get creative. You know, throw in there what you want. You could throw in sausage, you could throw in hamburger, you could throw in jalapenos, you could throw in, you know, anything. Whatever you like in your mac and cheese, that's the time. So now we're gonna take our mac and cheese, we're going to put it in a cast iron pan. Once you get it in there, Just kind of let it spread out on its own. Give it a nice leveling. Coat it all around. Make sure your hands are nice and clean because we're going to get all that cheese in there. All right, so at this step, let's do a taste test. Creamy, cheesy, mixed with the noodles and smoked. It's going to be good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of panko. Panko is a Japanese style breadcrumb. And we're going to take some of that panko out and we're going to dust it as a top layer to the mac and cheese. That way we can get a nice crunch going. Try to get a nice level layer. Try to get a nice even coat. So now we're ready to get this on the grill. We're gonna run it here about 375 for about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll just kind of keep an eye on it. So we're almost preheated now. We are at 340. So I'm gonna go in and get the mac and cheese and then we'll put it on. So let's just get it on. We'll get the lid closed and then let's get this thing rolling. We'll see how we look in about 20 minutes. All right, we're gonna take a look at our mac and cheese. It's been on for 20 minutes. Now there's really not an exact science to this. The mac and cheese is cooked, so it's not really a matter of getting any doneness, but really it's just a matter of that panko crisping up and then just kind of seeing how the crust looks and just kind of how it looks. So let's see what we got. So you can see we are bubbling a little bit around the outside. Hasn't really browned up probably enough though. So we're going to go ahead and give it another maybe 10 minutes and then 15 and then we should be pretty much done. All right, let's take a final look. Getting a little bit brown around the edges. Top's looking pretty good, so let's call this. Let's take this inside. All right, here we go. We're gonna get a little bit out, get it on the plate. It's looking good. All right, take a bite and let me know how it is. Oh, all right, it's good.
Best one you've made so far.
Yes, all right. So I cooked a brisket a few days ago. So we're gonna have brisket with our beautiful side of mac and cheese. And we're trying a little bit of a new thing here. We tried a Kinder's Zero Sugar barbecue sauce. It does have a little bit of an aftertaste, but it's not too bad all in all if you want to try to save a few calories. So let's take a bite. It's the mac and cheese. Panko's crunchy, cheesy, hot. It's good. You can't go wrong with a mac and cheese. Smoked. A little bite of the brisket. This is a great meal. So in summary, give this mac and cheese recipe a try. Feel free to put your own ingredients in there. Give anything a shot. It's just everything comes out really good. Put it on that smoker, give it that extra smoke flavor because it's barbecue. And folks, try these recipes. Check out my channels and subscribe. I want to get to 500 subscribers. That'd be super cool. So go out, cook some barbecue, have your friends over, have a blast because we're all jonesing for some barbecue. Brings back memory, does it? Does have a little bit of an aftertaste. All right, so the mac and cheese, So go out, cook some barbecue, spread it out. Sing to me of heaven, let me fondly dream of its golden glory, of its pearly gleam. Sing to me when shadows of the evening fall. Sing to me of heaven, sing the sweetest song of all.